Formicid Scald of Hepliaklqana. Pretty deep into the game at this point. I put a little bit of thought into where exactly I want to go. As I was kind of saying last time, Formicids are a little bit awkward around the 3rd rune, since being able to teleport is, well, it's increasingly important right about now. So, we really want to be able to do Elf. I actually made a note to myself off screen as an annotation on this level. So before there was Roxanne, who I can kill for free. I might get Sticks to Snakes, and I should go do Elf with SLS and Troll Armor and probably Silence. So let's take that note off. Just put an exclamation point there to warn me as I was trying to leave. Go ahead and memorize, well, we'll amnesia something off, I guess. Probably Infusion. I don't think we really need Infusion at this point. Shroud of Galubria, it's silly. I want Silence. Probably don't need Animate Skeleton anymore. Alright. So Silence is 52%, but that's in the plate mail. I think we'll just put on our +2 Troll Leather Armor again, making everything castable once more. Put on D-Missile. Could probably put on this Ring of Protection now, in place of our core. Don't really need our core. I mean, it could be okay against Deep Elf Sorcerers, but at the same time, we're going to be totally immune because we're going to be casting Silence. So that'll be sweet. But before we do that, let's head into Snake Pit where I left Roxanne. This is something I would have done. I guess I was just like sleepy or I had been playing too long or something. So the thing about Roxanne is if you're at the edge of the line of sight, she really can't do anything to you at all. So if I just take a step here, order my boy here to attack, I can just sit here forever basically. If I want to speed things up, I can put a Spire up. Oh. Technically the Mystic Blast can kind of sort of hit me because she casts it on the Spire. But yeah, she can't teleport me close to her is the thing. So we just wait around. Totally free kill. Sadly, we do not get SLS out of that. Statue form and a few other things we don't care about, whatever. I mean, I could learn Pass Wall, I guess, but it's kind of silly. Let's go to Elf. Cast Silence. I go up. So this is pretty cool. 137 hit points is not a lot, but with Silence, these things really cannot do anything to me. You know, as long as I can tank Blade Masters and animated weapons. Deep Elf Archers, Deep Elf Master Archers, that, you know, the very, very few martial things in here, as long as I've got those under control, Silence is just like a sort of an I win button. Suppose it turns off my Heppel abilities, but I've still got, you know, I've still got the Ancestor himself, you know. Let's pull back. Silence will also keep the archers from casting blink, which is, you know, that's that's just really fun, you know, really stops obnoxious things from happening. It stops the mages from blinking as well. So everything is just sped up, really. Some artifact. Broadaxe, +8. Wow, +8 Broadaxe of freeze. I think I have to use that. I know it's only a Broadaxe, so this character really could be using a two-hander, but that has MR plus on it, and that'll keep me from getting confused in here and possibly banished. And it even has extra strength and dex, so I think that's what we have to use. Do we have Arlek? Yeah, we do. Just let my ally deal with this. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Well, I was going to get him in the silence. Now he's in the silence. He was, anyway. Do I have gloves on? Yeah, I have +2 gloves. Okay. Enchant armor, we'll save that. Probably won't be in this troll leather armor for very long. Actually, Axe is at Mendeley for Broadaxes right now, so until I need to go to something better, we will stop training Axes. What I want to do is I want to push summons. I want to push summons up. Air magic costs almost double, or not summons, sorry, charms is what I want to put up. Because I want both silence and demissile to have higher spell power. So I think I'm probably going to take charms to like 15. Yeah, I haven't done V5. I haven't even finished vaults 1 through 4, to be honest. Because silence is just such a game changer in Elf. There's very little reason for me not to be in here if I'm a good tank that has silence available. Especially since I have 4 cancellations, so if some kind of horrible nasty thing happens and I really need to turn off the silence, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. Let's find out what this trove wants. 21 scrolls of Identify, that's cute. We'll probably never have that many. I guess we can start stacking now, but we only have 3, so I don't know. I wouldn't really hold your breath. Found some boots. They're not running or anything, so we'll put the stealth back on. That was a book. It had 6 snakes in it, so if I want to kill TRJ, it's very easy for me to do now if I just train a little bit of T-Lokes, which I will do. It's virtually free. Let's get spell casting up to 10 though. Get some more spell levels so we can actually do that. Transition to extended for the identifies. Abyss yourself for hours. I could do that. It's a little silly, but I could do that. Speaking of silly, my silence is running out. No money to afford the scatter shot. I'd like to have it, but what are you going to do? We'll mark down the acid, the file, the clouds, the other acid. Probably not the digging, since I am a formicid. and the lightning rod. And what's this then? Weapon of draining. He'll drain me a bit, but we'll kill him pretty fast, I think. With Spectral Weapon. Nice. Don't need a Ring of Poison resist. Don't need a Chainmail of Cold resist. I suppose I'll do this just for the experience. Not really needing anything in here. I suppose if we found an Executioner's Axe, I could maybe brand it. I don't know. Okay, this is a little dangerous. Let's go up next to him so he stops using his bow. So my GDR actually does stuff, you know. Although D-Missile is nice. There's our Executioner's Axe. Holy Wrath, wow. That's actually really good. We're going to wear that on the Orb Run, probably. Okay, this could be annoying. I'm going to preemptively make a box of beasts. Unfortunately, it got used up immediately. That sucks. I'm going to Acid. The axe just kind of scared me a bit. Now I'll Silence. Which, by the way, that does affect my my buddy here, but that just means he's swinging a lot, which I'm okay with. Okay. Let's grab that axe. That is a swappable, so we will go ahead and enchant that up. No more enchant weapons available. I'm sure we'll find more. We now have a +6 axe, Executioner's Axe of Holy Wrath, so that'll be really amazing against things like Ancient Liches, although we're going to have to take axes to like 26, unfortunately. Let's learn Sticks to Snakes. Let's take transmutations up to like 8. That's enough, really, to kill TRJ in the meme way. Let's pull these dudes. Thankfully, as a Formist that I can just sort of roll through, you know. Let's go up so I don't get mutated. We already had these, I think. Oh, there's stuff here already. And we just got mutated again. Minus 10% MP. That's fine, though. So yeah, like kill hole plus silence is really just outrageously strong in this place. There's not a whole lot that can survive it. Hello, Sunshi. How you doing? We are finishing up Elf here. Maybe we'll find some nice loot. Silence. I'm doing just fine, Senshi. We are plugging along in this streak. Game number 21. Pretty much in the bag, as long as I don't screw up too badly. Of course, never say never. Anything can happen. Focus on this demonologist. Are you casting Silence as a Formicid? Yes, I am. I mean, it's really good in here, what can I say? I found Demissile really early. I understand that my air aptitude sucks, but I assure you it's worth it. Now you're probably thinking that that is extra scary because I can't teleport, and it kind of is, but I can just cancel it off if I really need to. Alright, let's lamp these dudes. If particularly nasty demons show up. Well, I tell you what we're going to do. Is this. That's an obnoxious demon. Alright, let's put up the silence. Yeah, no, Formicids cannot teleport. Plus 10 War Axe, holy. Huh. Need to drop some stuff. That's a fire MR plus ring, we don't need that. Probably drop this plate and this chainmail, to be honest. Probably drop Disintegrate and Flame. Turn off Polymorph for pickup too. I should probably use this acquirement right now, but I kind of want to see what the rest of this loot is first in this end vault. Okay, this is the one thing Silence doesn't really work on. Actually, no, it is. It is, Silence does. Silence does, in fact, work. Crap, this is not good. I shouldn't... shouldn't have done this. Actually, this is really bad. I need to cancel off the silence. TeCj. Do a fog. Cast regen. Okay, that was a little dangerous. Mainly because I fell for the meme of fighting a master archer, you know, right in the middle of the vault. Should have just used ignition. Well, if I had it and was able to cast it, I suppose I would have. Alright, Mr. Master Archer. Let's melee your ass down. Just back off. The thing about silence is that if it's starting to end, but not quite ended yet, it's pretty dangerous. Oh, sick! We found the large shield of ignorance, and then now we found the shield of resistance, which is less SH, but I mean, my god, I'll take the RF plus and the RC plus. That's outrageous. Two unrans. Two unran shields. That's two more than you usually get. Just need to find bullseye now? Do you mean gong? I think I'd probably wear resistance over gong on this character. Okay, I don't need any of this. Also, I should turn off this exclusion. Alright, what loot do we have? Plus 6 chainmail, MR+++, that's cute. Nothing really that interesting though, aside from this shield. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take off this scarf. There is a wild and crazy cloak up here, which is +4 with strength that we might as well be using. Suddenly our defenses are really good. I mean, well, they will be. Once I get out of this troll armor. They're pretty good in the troll armor too. Pretty decent anyway. I think we're gonna acquire armor. We found a regular cloak of MR+, that's silly. Okay. Let's okay. Let's pop on resist corrosion instead of slaying. Is there an RN plus item that I dropped, perhaps? Oh, it was the shield. Are we grinding now? No, we just did elf for the loot. We don't need to grind, I don't think. Actually, we found 6 to snakes at some point, so we're going to be using that to kill TRJ right now. Hopefully. 5 transmutes, that ought to be enough. Why is 6 to snakes good versus TRJ? Let me show not tell on that one. I think you'll enjoy the show. Especially on a Formicid where we really need to not take chances. It's going to be great. I am tempted to trade out this body armor. I mean, Troll Leather armor is just not very defensive. There's really nothing else that I'd want to be wearing because I want to still be able to have a high cast rate. Oh man. If I could find like Pearl Dragon armor, that would be ideal, but that's probably not going to happen. Well, I'm a Formicid, remember, so if I buff up, I don't actually get haste. For one. And for two, I can't teleport if things start to go badly. So the hallway plan is very cool, and I usually go for it. But on a Formicid, I think I need to be a little more careful than usual. Let's pull up. If we had passage, that would be a lot better here. Oh good, you're not dead. Yeah, we did elf real quick. That was fun. Oh, I don't intend on dying. Could always try for the, the vulnerability plan. Dude, I'm so loath to go very far from this staircase. I haven't found a hat. Formicids can't wear hats. Helmet unavailable. My little antennae are just too big. There's TRJ. So we've woken him up. I ordered my dude to run away because I didn't want him damaging TRJ inadvertently. TRJ should come to us pretty quickly. Let's, okay. Let's actually pick up arrows. How about that? I was grabbing them at some point, and then I thought, well, I'm not going to find sticks to snakes. Let's just drop all these. So we'll have to find our big pile somewhere. Go collect all the little piles too. Why not? There's like 1,500 of them, so I don't know if we're going to grab all those. The game seems to be lagging when I try to auto-travel to them. Jesus. Is this Barotato doing this to me? There we go. Okay, we have 133 now. I don't want to pay money for arrows. Why not just expand the list and grab your big pile? I could do that. I had considered it, but I figure I might as well grab some of these others along the way too, because it's like, honestly, I do want most of these if it's not too much of a headache. That'll save me the trouble of having to go back for them later. Because we might be using sticks to snakes for not just TRJ, but it's useful pretty much for the entire game, even in Zot. So having effectively infinite of them it's nice. Dude. Casual D15 dire elephant that I left behind. There it is. 900 is good enough. Crap. Damn it. No, that didn't work out. Need a little more spell power. Why don't we pop a Brilliance? Okay, this is good. Okay, Torment. Well, no, that'll... Shit, I actually don't know if Torment makes them hostile. Does Poison not cause TRJ to spawn slimes? It does, but there needs to be a certain amount of damage that happens, I think. This is okay. I wanted the Torment, but I don't know if it's going to make my guys hostile. But to be honest, you know what? It's okay if it does. Okay, it does. That's fine. I should... Yeah, I need to emulate, but I also need to make it to the staircase just in case. Wait, do we have RF Plus? Yeah, we do. Damn, dude. I need to... My dude's gonna explode. This is okay. Let's, I should have buffed up a little more. Let's emulate Explode, 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 explode. Good, good, good. That worked out. I just had to be really careful because it could not have gone that smoothly, you know. But it did, so. Build your own ignition, yeah, basically. So yeah, that's why Sticks to Snakes is real good against TrJ if you have enough ammo and possibly Torment. You know, I have our core. Please stop doing so much damage to me. There we go. Sort of rough, that encounter. Why Torment? Because it starts it kind of starts the chain reaction a little bit. It damages TrJ, and that creates a ton of slimes. And then you can ammo those slimes in addition to your snakes. Now I know that Torment damages your own snakes, which is not ideal, but it works. Just more things to explode, basically. Try not to die to casual slime. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, our core and our elec. We already have our elec, but that's better than just our core ring. Our elec we're getting from this amulet, so I mean, we have another source of it. That's interesting, at least. Crappy ring, don't need. Three artifact rings in this place, not bad. MR++, MP +9. Well, we don't need more MR on this guy, so whatever. Ring of Sinv, we have that built in. +3 boots with RF minus, strength +4, dex +8, and star corrode. I'm gonna pass on that. Star corrode is it's ugly stuff. Casual +5 slaying ring not being used. Well, I needed our core more than that in this particular place. It'll go back on. Hey, passage. What a shame that passage can't be used on the orb run. Identify on this ring, our like our poise, whatever. 4 artifact rings in this loot pile, not bad. Alright, we will put Slay +5 back on. Can you passage into the slime vault? No. If there's a wall in the way, you can't passage through. It's just like C-Blink, really, in that way. Okay. So we have 3 runes. Just think about body armor. Do I really want to be in troll leather armor for the rest of the game? Not really. I almost feel like I have to be, though. Body armor is nice. It's just weird that I find myself craving the Pearl Dragon armor, which is something you almost never see in a game. You know, I am just going to enchant the troll leather armor. I guess we probably will end up in it forever. Bit of a shame, because I'd like to be able to safely tab on this character. But we've got our C, we've got our F, we've got our elec. Just find Holy Pan? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Troll Leather Armor does have very bad GDR. Alright, we have 1380 gold. We just found a bazaar. Just kidding, it's not a bazaar, it's a whiz lab. Let's make our way to it. Come on, Fleshworks. Nope. The worst one. Well, perhaps not the worst, but not my favorite. Tab, 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 tab. Why not just leave? Because it's not like hard. You know, we can kill the Lich, especially with silence, and there is loot sometimes that's good, so I might as well do it. When I said it was the worst, I didn't mean it was like, you know, difficult. Yeah. Although usually you just get the reaping sword. Alright, buddy. I forgot. Ancient champions can be pimps in melee. Especially when you're wearing a freaking troll leather armor. Here's our buddy. The Antique Lich. He can LCS me for a lot of damage. Let's put up a Spire. He uses a Bolt of Cold on me. We know what book he's got. Certainly we don't want any Greater Demons showing up, so let's just make a buddy and then silence. Easy enough, right? Okay, so we found some like Holy Word, Heal Wounds, a potion that may or may not be that may or may not be experienced. No, it's Ambrosia. There's no such thing as a potion of Identify. Alright, this is okay. We found some buffs. I'm cool with that. And of course the Sword of Zongoldrak. Zongoldrukarino. It is a neat sword, but nothing this character wants. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It like turns almost everything you kill into a zombie. It's the sort of makes you starve because there are no corpses to eat. Try to remember to keep D-Missile up. Check it out. Got that mass confuse going on from my ancestor. That's kind of cool. Will you be doing Vaults 5 or is this just for Exp? We will probably be doing Vaults 5. I'm a little nervous about it. Okay, who had the... There it is. I was going to say who had the scroll of... The scroll of summons. But yeah, I'm a little nervous about it insofar as, you know, when you can't teleport, Vaults 5 is certainly a bit of a scarier prospect. D-Miss, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, if you want to let me know if D-Missile drops, that's always helpful. I usually notice, but sometimes I don't. With enough spell power, it'll pretty much never drop. +0. Chainmail, don't need that. Want to make a bcrawl conf entry for it? Do you mean an RC file thing? I guess I could. I mean, it kind of depends what you mean. I don't want to write Lua to make it automatically recast it every time it falls. And it already does let me know, it force mores. It does a force more whenever it's running out. Sometimes I just don't notice. Let's take fighting to 15. Having more hit points is always nice, and we have a positive aptitude, so take armor to 15 too for the same reason. and devocations to 15. Just really enjoy our positive aptitudes here. Then I won't have to look at my skill screen for a little while. I gotta get in heavier armor though. Like it's pretty sad watching me take damage by tabbing into things at this point in the game. I should up my stealth. Why would I do that? Just because I have a positive aptitude? We're not going to go for the Convoker Friend plan. We are really having trouble just taking damage when I don't need to be taking damage. I think I've had it, you guys. Yeah, I agree, Anani Badger. It should give you more regen or something. Okay, I'm dropping... Well, I just took off the troll leather armor. I'm going to put it back on. 25 AC, 20 EV. 25 AC, 20 EV. Wish I hadn't enchanted that up. I mean, I knew better. We're going to wear the +6 chainmail. Not because it has MR plus on it, but just because it's the highest enchant that we can find. Should we casually fight these guys with no body armor? $34 AC, alright. So we get almost 9 more AC. We lose 4 EV. I'm cool with that. We should be able to tab through vaults a little more simply now. How are spells? Probably really bad. I assume I can still cast Spectral. Actually, no. Spells are fine. Spells are really good. Even demissile. Training charms to 15 really helped out. Get a little more intelligence. I am training armor up to 15. This is much smoother. Oh, well, it was smoother. Silence. Let's Phantom Mirror that guy. Have demissile up, I have a big shield on, this should be fine. Come on, can you guys burn to death already? Okay, that's bad. The Yellow Draconian could do a lot of damage to me. I am going to drink a heal wounds. Here we go. That was a lot of stuff, is the thing. Ancestor already has a quick blade. I thought it was 25. Nope, 24. Got shafted to Vault 4. We got Desolation, which is going to be very interesting. Would have been better off with Spectral Weapon. No, I wanted Sajobo silenced so he couldn't pull any air elementals out of his ass. I probably should have made a Spectral Weapon before I silenced, though. Fair enough. It's something I often forget to cast at this point in the game, because it's like, yeah, it doubles your damage, but it's largely superfluous. We don't need to brand anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am tempted to rebrand this Executioner's Axe, because if it was chopping, it'd be good against everything. But I don't think so, man. Holy Wrath Exec Axe is very, very rare. Making our way to the desolation. Should be okay in there. We're very powerful. Could it give you speed? No. Brand weapon only gives you fire, freezing, flaming, freezing, electricity, vampiric a very small amount of the time, and vorpal. Yeah, I'm going in. Just have to be clever about the way we do this. In fact, I'm going to magic map so I know where the places are. I'm going to shout a little bit. Okay, nice. Trying to stay near the exit. Yeah, no, you can't brand speed. The only way to get speed is to either find it randomly in the dungeon or have it gifted to you by Oka or Trog. What is this place? This is the Desolation of Salt. It's a pretty rare portal vault, relatively new to the game. It could spawn in as a portal from vaults or depths, or elf. I think that's it. I feel a little bit worried about this Crystal Guardian, just a bit. He dies fast, okay. I should probably memorize Passage. Is Disjunction available? No. Juicy Salty Tears. Yeah, this is, you know, when you die to a clown in DCSS, this is where all the salt goes. I really like this branch for the flavor. What I don't like is the fact that somehow it manages to actually lag because of how many clouds are being generated at all times. But I do really like the theme. Has really interesting descriptions for all the enemies and things like that. Silence is really being MVP in here. Anyway, there's always a lot of really cool artifacts in here. Well, I guess in theory you could get really crappy artifacts, but I've always found... I've never walked out of here with an item, without at least one item that was better. Although that ring is terrible. Wow. The chat Illuminati is here. Thanks for the gift subs, man. Just in time to see me tear through salt here. Alf is this channel's sponsor. Without Alf, this channel might not exist. Everybody thank Alf. Identify. Amulet of Inaccuracy. Don't know what that. Thank Alf Branch. Too drunk to watch tonight? Alright. We're just finishing up this FoSk anyway. The most terrifying part is over. That is an RN plus ring. I guess we'll take it as a swap. In case we need to fight a Shadow Dragon for a bunch of time. I think we very well might be walking out of here with nothing useful. Nothing particularly useful. Wow. Yeah, we got memed on. That's a shame. Well, experience, okay, fair enough. RC plus RN plus, it's a decent swap, I suppose. Art leather armor is going to be 10 out of 10. Oh, I'm not even going to check it. This is how excited I am about that. Out we go. That's okay though. Any moment where I get experience and don't die is it's a good moment. The staff? No. Okay, we'll go up here. Wow, this is a lot of stuff. I'm tempted to emulate just for fun here. I didn't really need to do that. Alright, let's bail. Just exploded my grandpa there. Night, Alf. Thanks for the subs, man. Have a good time with your friend. Alright, Sensei. Thanks for coming by, man. Have a good night. This is Vaults 4, by the way, so we're about to have to make the choice as to whether we want to go into Vaults 5 immediately, or perhaps farm up some experience. It's kind of an interesting situation on a Formicid because, you know, Vaults usually, well, it's 1 through 4 is decently safe, and then 5 is always going to be a little more dangerous. That's doubly true on a Formicid since you can't teleport. But then what a lot of characters would want to do, you know, if they don't feel ready for Vaults 5, is they might dip into Depths, which I consider to be kind of dangerous, but it can be the right thing to do. But on the other hand, on a Formicid, Depths becomes pretty scary because you can get shafted into certain vaults and not be able to dig to safety. And suddenly you're just in a real rough spot, so I mean, I don't know, man. It's questionable decisions to make here. Now, if I had Passage Online, which I should have been training for, why would you need to do V5? Well, I don't need to do it, but typically it's a smart thing to do because, well, it's extra loot, it's extra experience. Do I have enough stuff to go get the orb? Yeah. I mean, as far as the items available, sure. I mean, yeah, I could do Zot right now, probably. I mean, I've got the bare minimum, but what if I want more than the bare minimum? You know, in DCSS, the mantra you should have is, you know, if I can become more powerful without too much effort, I should do that, you know. Let's go down just for a moment. If I see a warden or something, I'll probably just go right back up. Trying to keep an eye on things. Still no warden, because as soon as I go back up, if I come back down, there could be a warden waiting for me, and then we're in a world of shit, basically. So of course we don't want to do that. Dark Dragon. Yeah, he could shove me off. That's a real fear. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go up for safety. We could Clouds him and probably kill him really quickly. Yeah, and the rig swap for sure. Although swapping is really awkward in this position because, well, I guess it's not that awkward since neither of these are resistances, so I could just do it, but... Huh. I'm gonna go up. Okay. Is there a hatch? Not that I would really want to take a hatch, but let's just check our options. There's not a hatch. This is so ugly on a Formicid. You know, come down here, get locked, and then what do? You're just like left there wondering what the hell to do. You can't haste, you can't blink, you can't teleport. You can pog, but good luck doing that with a bunch of stuff around you. You know, pog down to 63% already, that's nice. I don't know, this is just rough. So you really want to be an unstoppable tank when you roll down into a place like this as a Formicid, or you want to have some kind of meme, you know, like Apocalypse or something, MO. You can just skip it and do Abyss. Well, I don't need to do Abyss either, I already have 3 runes. But I just really want the loot piles, that's all. You know, when I think about Vaults 5, I see it as just this, I mean, it's 4 massive squares full of treasure, basically. You're probably not going to walk out of Vaults 5 without some kind of upgrade. So, I mean, all things being equal, I'd like to do it. But that high-level magic might be in trouble. By the way, let's memorize Animate Dead. That'll be useful. Said that about the salt branch and got salted. Well, it's even more true for V5 though. But whatever, we don't need to do this yet. Let's do Crypt. Can we do Crypt? Pop on RN plus in place of I guess protection. Whoa, that was an artifact plate. Come on. No whammies. Show me something awesome. Nope, not awesome. Hey, buddy. Hello, immediate curse skull. How you doing? If only you could silence these guys. I can anti-magic him. Perhaps my boy can do a little something for me. I don't even want to come next to him. I don't want to come off the staircase. Pull him up. Let's go for the kill. Got him. Bit dangerous, but at the same time it's not that dangerous. I could just Holy Word to finish those dudes off. To be honest, maybe I should be using this big boy axe, which swings at speed 1, I think. Yep. Turn on axes. making Spectral Weapon hilariously strong in here. Let me just double my Executioner Axe of Holy damage. Oh, we one-shotted it. We one-shotted a Curse Skull. Basically playing a TSO character right now. Okay, down we go. Still no sacks, still no boxes. If we had some of those, I'd feel so much better about Vaults 5 because those are real lifesavers, you know. But yeah, this is definitely a character where doing crypts is something you really ought to do, because he could use that little power boost, you know. Whoa, it's Donald. Donald, you are showing up pretty late in the game to be a threat. Yeah, we are just smashing through this entire branch. That'll tend to happen when you have a weapon of Holy, especially such a big one. Quite a lucky find. You can't brand into Holy, as far as I know. Okay, we got the Fortress End. Try not to flay me too many times here, but if we kill a single flayed ghost, it removes all the flays. Not that big of a deal, really. I did not mean to silence there. Oops. Is that even affected by silence? I bet it's not. Yeah, it's not. You'll only get Holy Executioner's Axes and Broad Axes when you're a demon spawn. Yeah, the game does like to troll you. Nice enchant armor. Don't have anything to use it on right now, but perhaps I'll find that nice Pearl Dragon armor. Maybe I'll get lucky, you know. I think there's a lot of Hell Knights here, and then I think there's going to be an Ancient Lich at the end, which we can just silence. Holy Executioner's Axe doesn't do a whole lot for me against Hell Knights, but I mean, it's still a big-ass axe, you know? Even if it's not doing extra damage. Doesn't really need to, does it? Clear windows here. Messing with my auto-explore. Hey, Jory, with your great Sword of Distortion. Can disto me if you want to. I don't mind getting banished. 8 adders on D3 on a TeFi? That sucks. Although, I mean, by D3 you should have Conjure Flame, right? So, I mean, at that point, that's good, in my opinion. Should have done a Spectral Weapon here. That was a hasted Lich, Ancient Lich. Could have easily been an LCS guy. Well, that is like 3 ancient liches just smashed through. Sounds good to me. That was some necromancy. Is there... Ah, dang. See, I was actually hoping to find a death channel, because that would make V5 a lot easier. Or I should say the rest of V5. R of Abjuration, Summon Mana Viper. Ah, Death Channel. There it is. And Vile Clutch. Let's go ahead and pop out some Amnesia. Probably don't need Conjure Flame anymore. Passage is questionable, but I'm going to keep it. Cause Fear is useful for the entire game, even if I haven't been casting it. All this stuff is useful, actually. Even Infusion is still useful, kind of. I can probably get rid of Inner Flame. Is Death Channel castable? 96%. Vile Clutch, 89%. Vile Clutch I know we want. I mean, that's just... it's too good. Take Earth Magic to 10, even. Just to get that online. Whoa, hey, that's Zatahua. Oh, she went down pretty fast. Sack of Spiders, good to have. It's Marjorie over here. Well, we got some money, but what am I really using money for, you know? Hey, there's Shatter. Probably won't be using Shatter. What the hell is this? I didn't know this was here. I never knew this was right here. That's hilarious. I guess this is always here. Little cubby hole of treasure. Gozag swap, Broad B5. I am tempted to swap, to be honest with you. 3,175 gold. We could swap to Gozag. Could swap to Rue. Could swap to Uskawa even. Hep gets mad, but all Hep does is stop you from gaining experience for a while, so it's really not that big of a deal at this stage of the game. I mean, whatever. Huh. I might swap to Zen. Let me get to level 27, and then we'll probably just chill out in the Abyss for a while with Zen. See how that works out for us. We have a ton of gold. We can go to max piety with him immediately. We already have a bunch of invocations, so that's the safety play. That'll make the orb run really easy. So it's really not bad. I don't think I'm doing anything that Zen would be mad about. Sticks to Snakes, maybe. I think he doesn't like because it's a transmute. And he's not going to like Necromancy, so we can stop training that. Dat Axe. Yeah, we got that Man, and then we got this Broad Axe, which is just nice. Although we don't really need the MR Plus or the Strength or the Dex, especially not the MR Plus. The Freeze is better than the Flaming in many cases, because I do have a Battle Axe of +9 Battle Axe of Flaming that perhaps I should be using, but I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Everyone who gets a hard-on for extended is going to be really disappointed if you don't get 15 runes. What, because I have the Executioner's Axe of Holy? Yeah, I guess. I could do that on any character, though, just by going TSO, though. But no, on a streak game, I believe that extended is going to have to require bribery, just because it takes so long. So we haven't done Vaults 5. That I'm swapping to Zen, yeah. True. You can't TSO with Demon Spawn. Well, you can't wear Holy with Demon Spawn, so... Silence these dudes. That depends on what kind of demon spawn, a NaNe Badger. If you were to get like powered by pain, or powered by death, I mean, and then you were to go HOGl or something, I mean, I think you'd have a pretty straightforward, easy time in extended, especially if you got robust as well. I mean, come on. TSO nerf win. I'd rather play HOGl, actually, in extended a lot of the time. His heal is more reliable. Another enchant from my Executioner's Axe. Another pair of boots. Boots of flying, don't need those. Oh, I should stop training Earth Magic as well if I'm going to swap to Zen, since I'm literally only training it for BVC. Waste of experience. I probably should have not done Crypt before swapping. It's not really a big deal though. Yeah, you can mark me, that's fine. Okay, that's steps 1. I did one XL27 as well, but I'm saying I could have waited. Right, it is the same to do Abyss after the swap, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, Zen really is one of the most defensive gods. I used to swap to him all the time just for Zot 5 and the Orb run. Okay, let's regen. I'm going to be sad to lose regen, but do you really need it when you've got access to, you know, all the beautiful things that Zen gives you, especially the prison? Believe it or not, caustic strikes are not resistant to acid. Just going to keep putting a Spire here while these guys burn up. Whew. No, Dark Dragon Armor is really not good. Shadow Dragon Armor gives you stealth, which is kind of cute because it's a heavy armor. So the stealth more or less just counteracts the encumbrance and then gives you a little bit on top of that. But I'm struggling to imagine the character that really wants to be in Shadow Dragon Armor and isn't just memeing. By the way, I've been burning Identify scrolls like candy, and I probably shouldn't be. I forgot that there's a trove that wants 21 of them. Wand of Randomness saved your life. There you go. It's great in the early game if you use it right. What luck! You have stealth aptitude. No thanks. Maybe if I had Boots of the Assassin. Oh god. Oh, what am I worried about? I'm a Formicid. We would have gotten paralyzed though. So maybe I shouldn't play so fast in the depths. I don't think we would have died with our big armor on. And our RC plus, actually, RC plus. Although, honestly, I should have Ring of Protection on and not +5 Slay. For things like that, exactly. Get intelligence. Another floating eye. Joke's on you. I am not getting paralyzed today. Gosh, what a big level of depths. Also, Singing Sword for sale. Oh, we're level 27 now. No gold dragon. No gold dragon armor. I'd probably wear it. Especially if I found some more enchant, which we have. Wow, we actually have 4 enchant armor. So if we were to find gold dragon scales, that might very well be worth using. Completely wreck our spellcasting, but whatever. Where's the cheapest file? There's one just sitting on the floor, an elf that I never picked up. I'm a good DCSS player, you guys. Startella int +7, that'd be cool if I needed int. Can't I Zerk at will? No. Why would I be able to berserk? I mean, I have this amulet with plus rage, but I'm a Formicid, so I actually can't go berserk. Let's go grab this file of floods that I apparently never picked up, and a Rod of Lightning, for that matter. Not sure how I missed those. I'm going to drop the arrows. Can't cast Sticks to Snakes under Zen. And then drop this Ring of Intelligence. Glowing Altar of Zen. Let's convert. It's not that Heppel is a bad god, it's just that I want safety. Can now recite Zen's Axioms of Law. Can now call on Zen for vitalization. You can now donate money to Zen. I will go ahead and donate money to Zen. You feel that soon Zen will be extremely pleased with you. Well, he better. While I'm waiting for that piety to show up, let's grab Scatter Shot. Let's grab some acid, grab some more acid. Let's drop clouds because it can give me negative. And Zen is a finicky little guy who's not going to allow me to do such things. Likewise, we'll drop lignification. Zen doesn't like that, and I don't really need them anyway. Drop poly, we already did that. Keep the mutation, those will turn into cure mutation, which we'll use probably here in a bit. Alright. Ordinarily, I would go into vestibule about now to grab, oh hey, another scatter shot. How many charges was that? 6? Nice. I'd go into vestibule to grab the horn, but of course Zen's not going to let me do such evil, so Zen's going to give me piety for smashing things in here, and we're going to find things like this sack of spiders, which weirdly enough he doesn't mind me using. I don't think he even minds a box of beasts. Huh. Zen actually doesn't hate sticks to snakes. That's really interesting. That's weird because you're literally turning the sticks into snakes. So I guess that I should turn arrow pickup back on. Whoops. It's been a while since I've played Zen, so bear with me here. But anyway, we've got almost full piety already. That's one of the coolest things about worshiping Zen in late game and swapping is, I mean, I can just immediately go to full piety, you know? By the way, most of the things in here are actually not demons. So like the star spawn and the wretched star don't actually take more damage from holy. Of course, this dragon will. Let's acid. Whoops. Let's acid properly. I sure wish I could regen. That's okay. If anybody really causes me too much of a problem, I can put them in jail. Also, I should be reciting. I forgot to do that. We're going to train invocations for a very long time, possibly to 27. There's some gold. See if we can't get that. I guess we have to go around. Zen is like a just as greedy version of Gozag, who gives you less for your gold. Let's leave. Give me a chance to rest. Resistance, gold. Some scrolls. A lot of items here. Zen will now cleanse your potions of mutation. Oh right, we keep the minus 10% hit points, by the way, for as long as the Wrath is on. And we gain 0 experience, so I'm actually not getting any experience here at all. Can't be paralyzed. So we'll just smash into this stuff. Gotta watch out because if there are 5 or more star curse masses on the screen, they can actually paralyze you. I guess I could probably just leave now. I mean, we're not getting experience, but I have access to Sanctuary and Imprison. Sanctuary 17%, that's not terrible. Why don't we just finish Depths? Had a plate armor with regen. It's +1 and it's got Star Corrode on it. I mean, doesn't seem worth it. That is quite a vault. I should probably put on our core. What am I doing? And I should check this ghost. Corona, okay. So we'll lamp. So after the Executioner's Axe. Put on Demon, so that should have been up this whole time. Acid through these dudes. Just keep doing that until the Shrike's dead so I don't have to fool with it. Then melee this guy down. Type of attack does he do? Weapon of Venom? That's fine. Of course, what am I going to do about this freaking Juggernaut, you know? Preemptive heal wounds, I think. Drink a curing to get this poison off. Okay, I burned a lot of acid doing this, but it's not a big deal, really. I probably should have just made a Spire. Bit drained. What's this shop? Ah, no, Zen does hate boxes of beasts. Oh, shit. You guys, we just got memed on hard. The Obsidian Axe is actually available. That would have been nice to have, but it's considered an evil weapon on account of the curse, so Zen does not like it. I could always swap off of Zen, but I don't think it's really worth the trouble, especially considering we can't afford it. It stings a little bit, though. More interested in body armor at this point, in any event. No acquirement. Nope. No acquirement. I use those as soon as I find them, unless I've made a mistake, you know. Sometimes I do miss them, I guess. Let's lamp this stuff. So it's taking damage while I fight it. You know what? What am I doing? Going upstairs. Yeah. Airstrike me all you want, bro. Good place for a spectral weapon. It would be a sin to butcher this frost giant. Can't eat sentient things under Zen, but it doesn't really matter at this point in the game, you know. Very dense depths floor here, but that's really common, to be honest. I don't really recognize this, though, I don't think. Hey, a Titan. Should have silenced a little faster. I miscast once there. Short break. Let's, where's our gigantic pile of arrows? Elf 3. Grab those real fast. Now that I know that Zen's not going to get butthurt at me for casting sticks to snakes, you know. Keep using lamp. Whenever you have little choke points like this, it's always a good idea to use up your lamp, because it'll come back, and you're charging it as the fight progresses, you know? Fog and Fear, enchant weapon. We now have a +9 Executioner's Axe. Pretty cool stuff. There's the Sword of Power up there. Not that we would want to use it, but it's another fun little unrand. Heppel is still mad at us. Kind of sad, because we'd have an awful lot of invocations by now. But that's the price you pay. God swapping is always kind of a tedious affair. But we have 1% fail rate on Imprison, so it's very unlikely that this character is even capable of dying, to be honest. No Boots of Running yet. Oh, I should put my RN Plus back on. And my AC. Should probably drop some stuff. We're at 52. Drop flight. Let's drop enslave. A lot of things, Zen doesn't like it if I enslave them anyway. So on this character, I'd rather have paralysis. I really don't like carrying both. Not because they, not because I don't want to carry both, but because the inventory space is limited. So they both kind of, sort of, solve the same problem. I mean, there are places where you'd want to use one or the other, but it's not so specific that I would waste an item slot for it. Let's take this Ice Blast. Let's take the Scatter Shot. Leave everything else. Tabbing through all this, we should be coming up on, I mean, this is still dark red, but we should at least be coming up on close to the end of the Heppel Wrath. I'm a little surprised that it's still dark red, considering we've done like 2 whole floors of depths, which is very, very, very experience heavy. And we did some abyss farming too. Not too much, but a little bit. Nice tabbing juggernauts. That's where it's at. Hey, Perpetual Blur. We abandoned Hep because this is a Formicid, and I just wanted to have a little bit more of a reliable way to not die when bad things happen. And Hep doesn't really provide that, you know, but Zen is perhaps the most survivable god in the entire game. So that would be the justification. Plus, I haven't done Volts 5 yet, which is a little strange, because by now I've almost always done Volts 5. I very rarely go into depths at all without having done Volts 5. Let's go up. This guy did not push me around, that's good. Kill him with the Holy Executioner's Axe. If he had pushed me off the staircase, we would have probably kill hold at that point. How are you doing today, Wise Wolf? That's Perpetual Blur over there. Sometimes I can remember people's alternate names. You know, everybody has like a different Twitch name than the one they use on Discord or anywhere else. I tend to like mobility gods on foe, but Sanctuary covers a multitude of sins. Yeah, I mean, Heppel kind of lets you teleport around or blink around a little bit with transference, but it's very, really annoying to set up, in my opinion. The Wrath of God depends on the level when you abandon it. I think it has, yeah, I think so, because it's a ratio of experience, like a certain number of levels. Deep Elf Wanderer of Hep. There you go. So you really don't like having hit points. By the way, for what it's worth, the Wrath is almost over. I imagine it will be over once I finish this floor. And then I'll go do Vaults 5, most likely. Not training too much fighting. See, I would not really want to take Hep on a Deep Elf. It's not the worst idea because Hep's really strong, at least in the early game, but I mean, I like having hit points. Okay. Didn't get the wrath off, but I feel pretty good. Somehow Sanctuary went down to 14%. I guess the fail rate's lower when your piety's higher. It was an ecumenical altar? You took a random god on a deep elf? Some big balls you got there. Okay, this is fine. Let's pull up. I don't know. I've always preferred the hexer on basically any character. That's what I picked on this dude. I'm gonna drink Agi before going down. Pull up. Silence. Stop myself from getting bolted, you know. What else is down here? I'll blow another Agi. I have a lot of them, and it's just best practice, I guess. I'm actually going to infuse. Sounds weird, but why not? Let's pull up. Can't be shoved if there's an ogre in the way. So that was kind of a free stair dance. Oh, I don't have demissile up. Shit. I just miscast demissile and made a lot of noise. However, we just lucked out and were able to pull up a warden. If you're wondering why I'm coming down with damage, it's because I wanted the Agi to be on. By the way, I did see the floating eye and chose to go up anyway because I can't be paralyzed. Not bad, not bad. Ah, the wrath is gone. We have our hit points back. We are training invocations. We are training axes. Everything's right in the world. I'm going to drink a might. I'm going to put on recite. And we are going to smash this stuff. I did that because I was getting, it was possible for me to get constricted. Oh wait, is this an LCS ogre? I should have checked on that. No, it's not. Let's pull the dragon up. Was that GDA? I didn't see. Silence, so that the Lich can't mess with me. Remember, we can always cancel if the silence is going poorly. Faults 5. Doesn't he? I'm afraid it's not a fault. If you take a quick look at the top right, you'll see that my god is no longer Hepl. So I cannot die in here. That's right. I did the Leo Littlebook play. So you haven't really seen me using a lot of Zen stuff. I'll just I'll explain it real quick. If you look at my active abilities, and Zen only has active abilities, nothing passive. First of all, recite. If you use that for the next several turns, your dude basically starts yelling at everybody in the vicinity. And every turn, those things, based on your invocation skill and, of course, the type of monster, have a chance to get like paralyzed or slowed or confused or just take damage, or if they're weak enough and you're strong enough, they'll just like turn into a pillar of salt, which is pretty sweet. That means they die. So that's for Sight. Then Vitalize essentially gives you chase stats temporarily, which is awesome, and makes you immune to poison and a few other things. I think it, yeah, poison, confusion, petrification, rotting, sickness, everything that could possibly screw your character up, you're just immune to while it's up. Imprison is the best skill. You essentially just like say, hey bro, you're under arrest, and it throws up this little tiny silver prison around the enemy, and they can't get out for several turns, and you just walk away. He does, you're right, he does passively block mutations, I forgot about that, and hell effects. And yeah, I suppose he can save your life, although I wouldn't rely on that. Sanctuary is this crazy powerful ability, although perhaps less powerful now that dispersal traps exist, that basically makes this gigantic white aura around almost the entire screen, and all the enemies can't attack you, and instead they run away. You can't attack them either, or else Zen gets mad at you and cancels the Sanctuary. So basically Zen offers up an amazing array of abilities that primarily are defensive in nature, but considering the fact that you can kill stuff through other means, Zen is actually a very powerful god. Kind of awkward to use from the start of the game, but certainly not weak. Did I pick up the GDA? Nope. There is no GDA, you filthy liar. Unless the game is lying to me, which it has been known to do. That's okay, Ninja. I do really wish I had regen. That is the one thing that I miss, but I'm not allowed to cast it because Zen is a goody two-shoes and he doesn't like necromancy spells. Dying with Zen is hard to do. Yeah, Hellmonk is, he is correct. Well, we'll take a look. I mean, we're auto-exploring everything, so just sit tight, and I'm sure we'll find out. R poise, RC plus regen, int plus 4. We do not need that amulet. Oh yeah. Zen doesn't like it when you eat anything that's sentient, so he can create food problems. Except unlike Gozak, he doesn't solve those food problems. Look how long it's taking me to fight this freaking Reaver. Are you serious? What was he wearing that made him so defensive? Just the buckler? It's wild. Thank you, silence, I guess. Shields op. They really are. On enemies, too. It's the one place where the game feels like it got reciprocity correct. Let's try these gloves on. +2 gloves of strength. Strict upgrade. Hell yeah. Look at the floor. Some artifacts that I don't particularly care for. Some artifact ring mail that I guess I'll check out, but probably be disappointed in. Dude, we have 8 scrolls of enchant armor. I mean, if that's not a sign we need to enchant something up, I don't know what is. We could wear the Fire Dragon scale, actually, because we have RC++. In fact, yeah, I'm inclined to do that. This is a Fire Dragon scale character, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. That'll keep my spells online really easily. That'll probably give me a little more EV than this chain, I think. So 36 AC, 18 EV. Yep, we gain 1 EV anyway. What about large shields in V5? What could I possibly want that would be better than Shield of Resistance? I mean, maybe. I mean, there's already the large Shield of Resistance, or excuse me, large Shield of Ignorance that I could be wearing. I mean, I guess that gives me better defense against clowns. I don't know. I really like the... Well, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, if I waited for Gold Dragon Scale, I could take off the Shield of Resistance and I could wear the large Shield of Ignorance instead. But there's no guarantee. Yeah, well, LCS I'm not worried about because I can just silence. +2 large shield might have been branded. It could have been, but it's not gonna. I'm not gonna want that more than the +10 large shield of ignorance probably. I don't know. I don't know. My instinct is not to screw around and is to just enchant the Fire Dragon Scale, so I'm gonna do that. I mean that's an upgrade. Can't be enchanted further. Feels good to me. RF+++. I'm cool with it. This is good. If there had been a Golden Dragon Scale available, I probably would have fooled around with my equipment a little more there. Probably worn that, worn the large Shield of Ignorance, enchanted up the Gold Dragon Scale to +8. Maybe changed a couple more things, like taking off this ring, the RN Plus ring that has our C on it as well. But now we pretty well have to wear that for a while. That's fine though. This is good. I mean, look at our resistances. The only thing we lack is our poise, which is a shame. Could be slightly annoying against golden dragons, ironically, but I'm not too worried. Wonder how Singing Sword works with Sanctuary. My guess would be that it screws you over, like if you were to riposte with it. Although sometimes really weird things happen. Like if you use Singing Sword with BOG, I know at least for a time, the way it worked was it would ask your permission to use the to do the Sonic, because it would hit your BOG buddies or whatever. Every single time. So it made playing with allies really, really painful. Probably still works like that. Oh wait, what am I doing? I had just not finished Vaults 3 because I got shafted. I was like, I got in this mode where I thought I was doing Vaults all over again. It's kind of funny. All right, let's go back to Depths is where we're trying to go. In fact, we finished all this. Why don't we do a few floors of a Zig? You can never be too careful on a Formicid. You know, if I could get just a little extra stuff going on here. I'd like to have 0% Sanctuary if I could. Hey, another Enchant Armor. Although we're pretty well maxed out on that. Getting some more buffs at least. That is silence. Okay, this is fine. We can tab all this. Seeing silence so early in a Zig is kind of eyebrow raising. That's a good swap for Arpoise if I need it. I mean, I probably won't, but it's not bad. Floor number 4, we can do a little more. Getting a lot of undead floors, that's cool. Really just wreck them with this holy executioner's axe. Alright, I'll do one more floor. No, I do not want to cast Animate Dead. Whoops. I should probably just amnesia off my bad boy spells so I don't accidentally cast them. I'm not going to amnesia off regen. There is a reason I would use that still. Let's try to cast Infusion. There we go. Okay. It's a nice little diversion, but I think it's time to leave. Time to go. Drop enchant armor. We really don't need any more. Won't pick it up anymore either. There's a ring here, but it's crap. Let's get that orb. Can't imagine we'll have too much trouble in here, not with the power of Zen at our side. Should I full clear, just for safety's sake? I probably should. Yeah, Sinking Sword is a lot of fun. You just, you really don't want to use it on a character that's focused on having allies. Well, if I am going to full clear, I should probably full clear backwards. This is not half bad. All right, buddy. You have the power of Zen and anime on your side. I do. And this freezing axe, which actually slows most draconians. A minor, but still quite good boost. I excluded that off because I don't want to take it on my way up. Sanctuary if I have to. I'm not exactly the kind of character that wants to be tanking Zerked dragons. I'm pretty defensive, but not that defensive, you know. D-Missile was dispelled. Thank you for the alert there. Sure I would have noticed before too long, but definitely helpful to have it sooner than later. Magic mapping. Exclude that off. Can I sank through Zop 5? Sort of. Not exactly. It doesn't, the safe zone doesn't follow you. So you would have to do it about four or five times, which is, it costs a lot of piety, but the interesting thing about that is that you can sort of cheat your way into almost infinite piety by donating half your gold here. and then over the next little while you'll just sort of increase in piety forever. So you can imagine that, well, not forever, but for a little while. It is, yeah, but the long story short, it is very expensive. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good dive. I think I am okay with fighting all this stuff here. And then just leaving the path. Yeah, first golden dragon, a little late. I know there's a toe here, so there's two toes actually. So we'll go in here, put the missile back on, put on the Executioner's Axe of Holy. Draconian has showed up. Here we go. Two toes. But kill holes work really, 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 really well on cursed toes, so it's good. Wow, look at this. That's really cool looking. I haven't seen this before. Interesting. And we got the vaunted, the vaunted Doored Z5, very rarely seen. Let's drink curing real fast, get this poison off. Then we'll drink experience, because apparently I found that at some point. Get axes. This is actually, I mean, for this part of Z5, I feel great about being a Formicid because I can dig into the walls, I can not get teleported by absolute bullshit traps, you know. A lot of things to like about it. It's when we go into the lungs when we start to have an issue. Is this the guaranteed Tiamat vault floor? That is a great question. I have no idea. Maybe. If so, I haven't seen Tiamat yet. I always remember this shitpost. What is this now? You sense a meme nearby. Double trapped permanent teleport trapped lung entrances, and it's Theresa May with 4 arms and antennae just kind of calmly strolling by. I like that. Shattered into the orb chamber? Well, we actually have shatter. I imagine if I took my body armor off, well, no, Earth is only 4.3. But if I had taken it higher like I first intended, with brilliance we might be able to do it. Guess we'll never realize that dream. Okay, let's not tab like a madman too much here. Hey, look, double teleport traps indeed, and double dispersal traps on the left side. So not only are both of them trapped, they're both double trapped. That's just cute as hell. Imagine what a pain this would have been. Oh, we're marked. Oh god. Oh, this is really bad. Let's I may have to sanctuary. I can save myself some piety, I think. Yeah, I can. Had to take a hatch. That was dangerous. Oh, we're marked. We're marked here. This is why you want to clear up for. Make sure D-missile is up. Got Agi up. Probably want to dig here. Scatter shot. I'll drink a couple curing. Keep scatter shotting. Come on. There we go. Yeah, let's clear up 4 so that doesn't happen again. I had forgotten. that it's very, very, very good to clear up 4 even if you are diving, because you don't want to get memed by hatches. Silenced. Seems like it's just a bunch of draconians. Should be okay. Hey, clown. Not a big fan of you, clown. Could have had a nice, quiet stroll to the orb if we hadn't gotten marked. Not the end of the world, though. In fact, kind of good. Now all that stuff will be out and about. Pull it into kill holes or do whatever we want to do, really. Did not mean to dig this out in this peculiar fashion here. All right, Zot 4 done. Almost gave you a heart attack. How's that? I hate clowns. Let's silence. Switch to holy. I sure wish silence worked against clowns. In fact, why don't we scattershot him? It's called a mime. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you don't need to be able to talk to throw pies at people. Although I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a mime would just throw fake pies at people. Scattershotting clowns fast. Does that kill them quickly at 10 Evo? It should, but it doesn't seem to be. A lot of ancient liches. You'll notice they're sort of reduced to goblin power when you have silence, which is quite nice. Okay, let's agi, let's might. We have tons and tons of might. So we're going to use it against this orb of fire. He can't really mutate me. Thank you, Zen. Kind of cool. We need murderous mimes and MRG crawl. I don't know about that. My friend Ethan enjoyed a clown death recently. He's telling me about that. The amount of stat drain they can do to you is really, really quite brutal. You know, we're talking on par with Ghost Moths, only at range. Force Wall spell, now that could be interesting. Alright. Alright. Hold on, I'm going to agility. I'm going to heal wounds. That's dangerous as hell. What's going on here? I don't think I risked death at any moment there, but it was not exactly good. We have lots of heal wounds, though. I'm going to burn through them here. Oh, God. We might very well have to Sanctuary here. How much damage do you do? 45, and you're fast? I should probably heal wounds just to be safe. Damn it, he burned right through it. What I'll do is I'll acid. And then scatter shot. Yeah, no, I would have dug to the southwest before doing Sanctuary so the clouds would go away. The thought had crossed my mind. I am kind of curious now if that would cause penance. It wouldn't surprise me if it did. You know, you can't even silence their blink away. You'd have to anti-magic it. What an unbelievably obnoxious enemy. Okay, we're marked. We'll use Might. Cast our friend here. Cast Infusion, I guess. Bring our friend back. Swing, swing, swing. Whatever, I'll just swing him to death. I sure wish we weren't marked. I don't know what all's coming. So we're going to put these guys in jail. Go to jail. What kind of book do you have? Spire, block the orb of destruction. We know that he does not have the LCS book, but nevertheless I will silence him. Likewise with this Ancient Lich. This has been a very Ancient Lich heavy floor. I want to say there's been like 10 of them. Gosh, we are bad at fighting Orb Guardians. I wish I could use Box Beasts. Cause Fear works. Kind of. Just use the scroll. I'm sure it's higher spell power. Bye, guys. That's right. Have fun teleporting, idiots. Honestly, as a Formicid, this is like a hilariously strong tool. These two teleport traps. This is where Ignorance would be nice. I agree. We would probably be able to tank these guys a whole lot better. But I think I'm happy with my choice. Might have been worth swapping to? Maybe. I could see it. More for the clown pies than this, to be honest, because clowns can just ruin your day, but I don't think it's... I don't know. I think it worked out. Maybe just for Z5, not the Orb Run. I mean, having the RC Plus is pretty important, though, even for Z5, since that means any generic White Draconian can do like 60 damage to you if you don't have RC. So, I mean, it's not necessary to have it, but it is nice. I'm sure we could have fooled around with our items a bit, but I just kind of made the assumption that the game was not going to give me Golden Dragon armor. And it ended up doing so, but I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. We still have a fully enchanted Fire Dragon scale, so... Anyway, I think we can safely do the Orb Run right now. With the power of Zen. I should put on my Holy Axe, though. Should be pretty straightforward. I mean, Zen plus Formicid, meaning I can dig anywhere I want to go. Certain vaults will make it kind of obnoxious, but... And of course, Orb Guardians I'm going to have single combat with, but I can always put those in jail too. Speaking of jail, let's put the Ice Fiend in prison. Oh wait, the exit's right there. Wow. Put him in jail. Oh, well, I'll just swing him to death. That was okay. A little awkward. I forgot that you could dig them out. Kind of makes obvious sense, though. Well, there's our first Pan Lord. He's got a bunch of nasty things, most importantly Summon Greater Demon, but, you know what? Bye-bye. See how strong it is? For that Orb Run? It's outrageous. Zen's great. Just about to D1. Anything that can torment me, anything that can hellfire me, anything that can really impede my progress is going to jail. And the imprison thing doesn't even cost that much piety, so went ahead and used Sanctuary. This is what that looks like. It extends out to about here, and it shrinks every turn. Pretty cool stuff. GG. That was Formicid Scald. Game number 21 in the streak. As usual, I'll take a second and start the next game in the streak. I'm not going to move around, but just get a little look at the entrance vault and see how annoyed I'm going to be. I think the next game is a Spriggan Ice Elementalist. Yep, Spriggan Ice Elementalist. Sort of a weird combo, but it's a Spriggan, so it's not terrible. Hardest run over? You know, I put some thought into it, and I'm not sure if that's the hardest run. I actually think, now that I look at the rest of the runs, the hardest one, even harder than Formicid Scald, is going to be Human Abyssal Knight. Because all you really start with is like a +1 spear, and some leather armor, and nothing else. I mean, you're worshipping a god, but he doesn't do anything for you until like D3. So it's rough, you know, it's rough. You have like 18 hit points and a spear, you know, so it's like your choices are to hit things or to hit things, or maybe to run away, but if they're faster than you, then your choice is to hit things. And none of your aptitudes are particularly amazing. You know, you can't get some quick stealth like a Formicid can or a Spriggan or something. So, you know, kind of rough. Take stealth to 5 on this guy because it's so free. Cost is only 1.7, it's pretty good. Maybe you get lucky and find something in the Abyss. Well, on an Abyssal Knight, if you hang out in the Abyss, like every single turn that you're doing stuff and not porting yourself out, you're risking instant death. Like, oh, I met something with ranged. Okay, I'm dead immediately. I mean, you really don't want to risk that. You could just take a step and Smoke Demon just like blast you, and that's GG. So, I mean, if you want to be a Hell Sentinel's Lunch, that's an option, but I don't think I'm going to risk that on a streak. If I was like sitting there and there was an artifact weapon in line of sight, I might take the risk. If there was an exit right next to me, I might take the risk to do that so I can save some piety. But I'm not going to run around and explore. You know, it's just too scary. And honestly, I shouldn't even take the artifact. So we start with freeze at 7% on this dude. 9 hit points, so we can get one-shotted by certain things, so we got to be careful about that. But we're faster than everybody, and this entrance vault is actually pretty cool because I can... It's not exactly a column, but it is a plant, so I will be able to dance around. So really the only thing that scares me on D1, in terms of not being able to get away, would be like a null that nets me, or if I were to run up into one of these hallways and then there was like a dart slug, and then I ran down and there was something else, and then there was something else here, and I ended up surrounded and having a horrible time. This isn't the best entrance vault in the world, because things can just sort of start swarming on you from all sides, but with our starter stealth, probably be okay. Anyway, we won't be starting that just yet. Maybe later tonight. I doubt it, but maybe. A little bit DCSS'd out. I'm going to get some food and maybe relax a little, work on my book. But I do want to thank you guys for coming by the stream. Big thanks to Alf for those 2 subs. He's been just absurdly generous with the bits and the subs and everything, so that's always cool. Everybody who chatted, everybody who came by, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I'm signing out.
Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.